Hello and welcome again. This is Alpha Man 1. I know it's been a long time, I've been kind of busy. But let's get right to it. First things first, TNA. I've got some issues here. The first thing, and my biggest issue probably, is has TNA gone completely nuts? Is it just me? I think they must have, because they have hired what is effectively the Four Horsemen of the Wrestling Apocalypse. Yes, it's true. For those who aren't aware, Vince Russo works for TNA. He worked for WCW. He pretty much killed WCW, but he had help. And guess who his help was? Bischoff and Kevin Nash, for the most part. But Hulk Hogan played his part as well. Yes, it's true. Now, I know some people are going to go, well, in the end, Hogan tried to help WCW. Yeah, but at that point, it was kind of too little too late. Oh, well. I don't know what the deal is. I will give him this much. The only two that you really have with any kind of power are really Hogan and Russo. But Russo doesn't really have any power. He's part of the creative team, but he doesn't have creative control. That's a good thing. I'm fairly certain Bischoff also doesn't have creative control. Also a good thing. As far as Hogan, I almost kind of believe that he really is trying to help the company. And I don't really have any beef with Nash. Now back to Hogan just for a second. Dude, come on. Hulkster. Buddy. I'm a Hulkamaniac. I always have been. But dude, nobody wants to see you in the ring, brother. And stop saying brother! As far as I know, you don't have any brothers. And you're not African American, so therefore, that phrase means nothing to you. Except for the fact that you say it all the time, and if you're really that desperate for a brother, well, that's a little sad. Now then, we've got that out of the way. Now the next issue is, what the heck, what are they doing with Mick Foley? They're sending him to etiquette school, putting him in a suit. That's just weird. It doesn't fit. It would be like putting a Fraggle in a suit. What the hell? Well, whatever. Anyway, TNA has had some interesting choices of late. There are a couple of them that I've liked. Like the 8-man stud concept at Against All Odds. Kind of like King of the Ring-ish. And I always thought King of the Ring was a pretty good concept. I don't know that it ever worked as well as it should have, but I digress. There have been a few things that have just been kind of like, what? Like, for instance, I was a little confused at the tag team pairing of Hernandez and Matt Morgan. But I think it is a pretty good tag team pairing. You have two big power guys. I've always kind of been more along the lines of the tag team where you have one power guy and one guy who's not as much of a power guy, either a technical or speed guy, more like. You know, like, as much as I hate to mention it, the Band. Yes, the Band. It's a fairly decent tag team, although I don't recall ever seeing X-Pac, Sean Waltman, whatever the hell you want to call him, and Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, whatever, tag teaming together. Well, no, it was always Hall and Nash. And well, you could call them both power guys. Hall is probably a better technical wrestler than Kevin Nash, although that's debatable. Now moving on with TNA. Oh, AJ. Now we all know Ric Flair is the man. And to be the man, you gotta beat the man. But wait a minute, if that's true, then that means that Shawn Michaels is the man now. Oh, that's right, my boy HBK. That's right, he beat him at WrestleMania. And I know, I probably shouldn't be so glad about that. But the fact is that as much as I like Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels is still my favorite superstar, and I wanted to see him win, even though I didn't really want to see Flair's career end. But Flair, alright, look, you're kind of in the same boat as Hulk Hogan, and I'm glad I get to this point now, because Flair and Hogan, nobody wants to see your flabby old asses in the ring anymore. Okay? Okay, alright, good. Now that we've got that out of the way, don't do it again. If you do it again, I'm going to have to come back on here and yell at you some more. Alright, fantastic. Now then, AJ Styles. I don't know what this choice was, but really? You're gonna make AJ Styles the next Ric Flair? I thought that was oh, what was his name? No, not Rudy Charles. Ah, damn it. Well, the referee from WCW, whose name I now forget, he works for the WWE. Charles Robinson. I thought it was Charles Robinson. Ah, maybe I'm mistaken. That he looks more like the Nature Boy, but he's a skinny-ass referee, and he never amounted to much more than a referee. In fact, his matches were really stupid and pointless. So, AJ. I have to agree with Ric Flair on one point. You are one of the best wrestlers that I have seen in a long time. The things that AJ Styles does qualify him as up in the tops of most wrestlers that are out there today. And for the love of God, lose the robe. You look gay, man. And I don't have any problem with gay, but dude, is that really the image you want to put out there? I don't think so. Now, AJ, I was really disappointed with the match between AJ and Angle, and I know that's going back a little ways, but I got to comment on it. The first match, it was a good match, and AJ went and fucked it up. Simple as that. He did. He totally fucked it up. Now, when you have a match that good, and that may have just been a TNA management decision, and not a good one at that, I might add. But AJ, seriously, dude, why would you do that? That was stupid. You and Kurt Angle had a fantastic match going there. It was good. There was an amount of respect. It made the match more fun to watch. And then you turn and you blast him in the face with the title belt. You stupid little douchebag. Now, I still like AJ Styles. But the fact is that I think they need to have him lose the whole Ric Flair thing. Or maybe keep Ric Flair as a manager, but don't have him becoming the next Ric Flair. He's just acting like an idiot. And I don't buy it at all. It's just not natural. It seems so forced. The thing is, when you're going to make a superstar have a heel turn, you can do this. You can do this. The thing is, don't make him turn into a heel that somebody's already been. Because the simple fact is he will never be Ric Flair. Woo! Nobody will be Ric Flair. Nobody can style and profile like the Nature Boy. Nobody's going to be that helicopter riding, plane flying, wheeling, dealing Nature Boy. It isn't going to happen. Okay? So, AJ, that's all there is, buddy. As far as everything else, I kind of like it, except I'm a little confused about why, of all people, Hogan gave his Hall of Fame ring to Abyss, and they're pushing that. I don't get it. And, of course, Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, well, I'll comment on that later, actually. As of right now, it is Tuesday evening, and I still need to watch TNA and Monday Night Raw before I can comment on those two. So, I will have a video very soon commenting on that. My next video, though, is going to be some issues that I've had with the WWE. But for right now, TNA, keep doing a good job. You guys have had some great things going. Few kind of confusing what the hell kind of things going. And, well, altogether I think TNA is doing a good job. But I'll leave that up for you guys to decide. And we'll see you again soon.